In our last episode, we came across a strange meteor-like gem not too far away from the village, so I thought about it and came up with an idea. I put my plan into action and constructed a temporary containment system for what I like to call the Eye, a place to be able to study this thing and to somehow get rid of it without risking any danger. And because we currently really know nothing about this thing, I think it's safe to assume the worst. And so here I am, finishing up the containment zone. Alrighty, I think this is a good place to stop for a containment zone. If we're gonna end up expanding, I guess we're gonna have to come up with a new design, but I think we should be good for now. And as you guys can see, we have a little of the old cat over here with the sole purpose of guarding this place, and we'll see how that goes because this place is off limits due to high radiation levels for obvious reasons. And yeah, as you guys can see, I just put a little sign out here. But yeah, the idea here is we could use that big old crane to try to yank that thing out of the ground, and at that point we'll see what to do next, because I want to mention that this place is also a research facility to study things. Who knows, it could probably be a good thing that could help us. But so as long as those purple veins don't cross the yellow and black lines, I think we should be pretty good. But yeah, let me show you guys my personal quarters over here. This is my little RV house, I guess you could call it. It's a lovely map over the entire thing, so I could see exactly how it's spreading, and you know, always updates me on that. Over here you have some hazmat suits that you could put on. I mean, only if you really need to go there, but for like research purposes. But apart from that, this is kind of where I'll be living, my little humble house. I know I just built a huge massive house over there the last episode, but I mean, you know, it's just a little temporary outpost. And over here is like more of like an office type, I don't know, RV thing, almost like containment crates thingies. I don't know what they're called, but apart from that, yeah. And I'll come back to that later, but as of for now, I've always wanted to build some sort of nice nether portal, because nether portal we have now is just some basic gold portal that, you know, anybody could use, and it's not even official. So ever since I built that big tree over there, you can't miss it, that tree, I've always told myself that I wanted to add some sort of big opening at the very bottom, in fact right in front of where this bridge is, for a nice portal. And I've been turning out all these different designs, and I think that I've come across a really good one that I'm gonna settle on, and it's basically this nice little big opening surrounded by logs and vines showing it's a little overgrown, and it really fits in. Yeah, I mean, here, let me show it to you guys. And so here it is. This is the portal that I was talking about. I mean, so let me explain myself. So this purple right here, it's supposed to be for design, because I don't want the portal to always be open 24/7, because if that's the case, then you're just gonna have random mobs coming in and out, and we don't want that. So instead, I did this very easy mechanism where you just hit this and it lights up, and if you want to take it away, you just just pop this, and it's that simple. But yeah, that's why you have to fill in with the purple, just to kind of fill in, and it really adds that pop of color that this place desperately needs. And by giving it like this purple like hue to it, it really helps change it up a lot. And I add a little lovely moon to it. I don't know why, the moon just felt appropriate. So yeah, I hope you guys like that little design. I hope it really feels like it fits in within its environment. And yeah, that's the portal. Switching over for a quick XP grind here at the Enderman farm that Jev made for us, which was a really huge help, especially to me as I'm trying my best to get crazy amounts of levels, because I do a lot of enchanting, so I'm always running out of them, so this is a pretty good convenience. And then, hold on, I just noticed, hold on, let me go into free camera. Yeah, there are many droppers here just throwing all these ender pearls off into the void. And oh, look at this, there's also like a chanting thing here. He's definitely outdone himself. This is pretty good work here. So I'm just gonna stay here grinding some more levels. After some more XP grinding, we find ourselves here back at the temporary villager house to find that there are now more villagers than last time. Yep, it looks like the whole family has moved in and now are just helping themselves to some jobs here. But don't worry, now we will move them to a better place than this little old place. Yeah, I've also covered up every possible exit, so they're basically trapped in here. But yeah, like last episode, okay, it's way too loud in here. There you go, much quieter now. Like I promised last episode, I will be making these fellas a nice trading hall. Now, how will this trading hall look? Well, let me explain that to you guys. So here's my plan for this trading hall. First of all, it's gonna be inside of this mountain right here, right? So what I like to do sometimes before building a project, I like to draw it out where it's supposed to be, like the setting, and then I get a better idea and a better understanding of what to build and how to build it. So for instance, what I'm thinking was we build a nice little big hole into the side of the mountain where you can just fly in and out of to trade with the villagers. But the idea is we're gonna have a little bit of the structure sticking out of the little mountain side, and so I was thinking more of like a, I don't know, medieval fantasy, because that's kind of the thing we're going for, medieval fantasy type of, I don't know, structure where it's just like this triangular type roof just sticking out from the side of the mountain, and it's supposed to kind of attract you. It's supposed to be like, oh, what's this big gray structure here or whatever that has this mysterious hole inside of it. We add like a little bit of leaves here on the side, make it look like it's kind of been abandoned in some sort of way. But trust me, I know this thing looks bad right now, but eventually it's gonna look a lot better. Just a process. So yeah, now that we have a plan in mind, I'm gonna check you guys into a time lapse where we'll finally give these villagers a brand new home. And we have finally completed the villager trading hall, and I've got to say, this place looks absolutely amazing, and it's pretty much exactly what we planned on. Just big little opening in the side of a mountain, kind of taking you inside to trade with villagers. Now, this looks cool and all, but I was thinking maybe expanding further down, so this might not stay. I might add it somewhere else, or I might have something totally different, maybe a bigger storage room going on down there. But apart from that, let me show you guys the type of traders that we have over here and the different attributes. I'm still trying to get the main villagers, which is the book villagers. The what were they called? Oh frick, I forgot. You know what I'm talking about, the book guys. You guys got like food villagers. I honestly don't know much about villagers, but it's just it's good to have these type of villagers around, because they're very useful when it comes to things such as getting why is it opening? There you go. It's good getting things like shears and stuff. I did silence all these people. That's why you guys aren't hearing all those like villager hums. So as you guys can see, I have this little data pack that I put on them where you just type silence me into a name tag, you throw it on them, and they silence. So now I would have to hear the annoying villager sounds that keep playing over and over again. So with that being said, that's one other thing checked off my to-do list for today, so let's move on to the next project. And so for our next project here, we'll be working on a dock. Now, I've always wanted to build a dock because I always felt like they were needed, especially where the adult areas around where the water is, and I feel like this will be a perfect place to put it. But don't you worry, all you guys have to do is sit back and watch me time-lapse. I have to go out and grind everything and do all the building, which don't get me wrong, that's fun. That's my fun, but sometimes I like to imagine I'm just gonna wake up one day and find all the materials right in front of my bed, just sitting there, and I just have to start placing blocks, which is what I love doing. I like the grinding part of it. I like to build, but when it comes to getting the blocks and materials, that's when it gets boring and I become very lazy, and I'm not as motivated as I should be to building it. But who cares? That's Minecraft. That's what you have to do. So I'm gonna stop the yapping and I'm actually get to work, because this is gonna take me a while. But for you, this is probably going to take you a few seconds. And with that being said, let us hit super fast build mode. Well, isn't this exciting? I have done a lot of work today, and I'm very proud of myself because today I thought I was just going to build one small harbor, but no, I've made an entire environment here that just really feels like it really fits in, and that was the whole purpose with this place, and I absolutely love it. This is supposed to be this ugly alleyway, but instead I just changed it up to make it really, like I said, fit in with this environment, and I like it. Random hat here is supposed to kind of be a little sign telling you about to enter the Iron Harbor. But as soon as you arrive in here, you have two entrances. You have the faster entrance, or you have the longer one. I prefer use the longer one because, I don't know, I think it looks better. You're greeted with barrels and stuff, and, you know, the texturing of the floor could be better, but this is as much as I'll do right now before I drain my batteries out. But anyways, when you enter, there's not really much you can see except a whole big of a cluttered mess here. But I gotta say, the best view is when you look over into the big sea over there. Which, I gotta be frank, this is missing a ship or two here. Instead, we only have these small little boats. But apart from that, I don't know. I really like this. The texturing is great. Only other flaw is when you walk in, there's not really an interior here. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do for this interior, or for these interiors. But as in for now, I'm just gonna leave them as is. Probably means I'm never gonna touch them ever again. But who knows? I mean, we might end up coming with a purpose with this place. I don't know, but yeah, this is here. Let me show you guys a bigger view here. This is how the dock looks from afar. I really like it. Something I really liked I added here is I added a little wood sign. So who knows, that could possibly become like a little wood shop in the future. But apart from that, yeah, this is a dock that is hello chicken that is missing a ship or two. I've been working on this for let me in. Like I was saying, I was working on this for the past few days, and I absolutely love this thing. And yeah, couldn't have ever been more happy. Something I want to point out here is that you see this pathway. Something I like to do is whenever I make pathways, I like to surround those pathways with trees. So if you're ever in a dilemma where you need some help figuring out, you know, how to expand your world or village, all you gotta do is build a path. Just build a path and build things around that path. So for instance, I built this path extending down here to the dock. What did I do? I also built a whole bunch of other trees around it, added an environment around it. So now, as you're walking around, you feel caved in with all these trees, which is a really nice detail that I like here. And as well as, you know, adding some like festive trees. Starting to add some orange trees every now and again around the world here. And eventually these trees are going to be dead as soon as winter arrives. And hopefully this place, I gotta find a texture pack, but this place will be covered in all snow, which will really feel festive, and I'm looking forward for that. But that's enough yapping. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Houston, we've got a problem. Yeah, coming back here to the containment system, notice that it kind of just cut right through my little RV here, my poor little RV. And yeah, now it's starting to expand towards the worst place it could expand to, and that's toward the village, out of all the other places. Man, my poor old little RV. Wow, it was a nice small RV. I mean, why did it have to be directly through it? Like, it could have been around it, but I guess it's no time for complaining. I think I have to take some action and do something about this thing. But I think I've got an idea. Oh yeah, just build a big glass box around it. That'll solve the issue. Yep, that was my genius plan. Just build a big glass box around it and just call it a day. You know, this all happened under your watch. You do realize that, right? Oh yeah, you sure bet this glass is not gonna let anything through it, because I mean, just look at the thickness of the glass here. Like, come on now, this is all the way around. And yes, I did leave a hole for the crane because I still want to take this thing out of the ground, and I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but that's for another time. But still, this is gonna hopefully block it from expanding forward. And if it does expand forward, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So hopefully we're just gonna keep our fingers crossed that nothing happens and it just stays the same. But we will need to wait for a later episode, because this episode had just come to an end. We did a lot of work today, from the trading hall over there, from building a dock, to working on the eye, and even building a portal all the way there, which I still think looks pretty cool, even if it's turned off. And yeah, I think it was a pretty productive episode. So yeah, next episode will be even more fun, as I got some fun ideas planned, and can't wait for you guys to see what I got. But with that being said, my name is Ultra161, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!